So I've been working on this channel now for a couple of years, and I got a handful of videos up here. And I've been kind of going through trying to figure out the format that I think fits best. I started off with doing more like a podcast thing where it was just my voice. It was written, edited pretty tightly. Then I started to just pick up topics and read them off of the top of my head, just stream of consciousness type stuff. Then I went into more specific things using a script and really dialing into actionable advice, which I really liked. And I'm going to keep doing those because I think those are very useful. And my whole goal with the channel, of course, is to teach you guys as much as I possibly can so you guys can take the information and like the things that I've gone through and just use it in your own daily life. Because, you know, when I was struggling in my relationships, any advice I could get was just so valued and so appreciated. And, you know, I was dedicated for a long time just learning the stuff so I could finally, you know, get myself out of the emotional hole, I was going through some tough times, that's for sure. So I was able to get myself out of it, really master it, and now it's coming full circle where I've been sharing with so many men for quite a few years now. And so that part of it, where I have a very focused video topic, I do not want to change that. The thing I've noticed though, it takes a little bit more time to get that out there. And so with these videos, I don't want to have a script. I'll have notes. I'm going to be looking at my computer. It's going to be very just chit-chatty. And we're going to talk. We'll have a topic, but I just want to be able to speak off of the top of my mind as if it were just a one-on-one call with one of you. And these are going to still be tight. I'm going to come up with some sort of a talking topic. And these videos are going to be short. I don't want to go on and on and on. I want to make them really short. But I want to practice the skill of being able to talk from the top of my head on camera. And give information that's very useful. So I'm going to be doing this for the next month as I work on editing the more dialed in, tighter, fast-paced videos that I've been doing up until this point, okay? So I'm experimenting right now, but I want to let you guys know because I know, you know, I haven't put up a video for quite a while and I want to change that. You know, I look at my channel and I'm like, man, there's so many things I'd like to do. But I've just been focusing so much on Instagram, Miami Vice Life, and the Sophisticated Scoundrel, and writing posts almost every single day, shooting content for those, finding content for Miami Vice Life. And it just is taking a lot of time, and I couldn't dedicate YouTube and the Instagram. I couldn't dedicate the time, the amount of time, and the quality that I really wanted to, so I had to let go of something. And this might be just the very first lesson in these videos, is like, you have to pick something, right? And you have to find something to focus in on. And so I want to put most of my efforts into creating content, the short form content for Instagram, and slowly building up the YouTube on the side. But like I said, I'm building it up on the side, and that's why I'm going to do these talk videos where I'm just talking off the top of my head, but I will have some sort of a subject. Okay, so let's get into it. Today's topics. I don't want to make these videos too long, okay? So here's something that I run into a lot of, and I want you guys to listen because you might be one of these guys. Okay, you've got a great job. Okay, you're making good money. You're decent looking. A lot of you guys are actually good looking, like really good looking. Your fitness is on point. Like you work out, you go to the gym. You know, you're looking good. You're not obese and overweight. You dress well. Maybe you got a really nice car. The whole 9 yards, but you can't seem to make anything stick. Okay, how many of you guys out there have run into this? Okay, now for a while, the bachelor, the playboy lifestyle, it's a lot of fun. Okay, and if that's your goal, and if you're good at that, you got things rolling, then please continue on because you're obviously doing something really right. But a lot of the guys that I work with, they have been living that they have been living that life really well. These guys, like I said, good looking, making good money, charming, the whole 9 yards, get girls, sleeping with chicks, get a lot of pussy, all that good stuff. But They're shifting. They want to like find something more long term, and this is where they really struggle. So this might be you guys. This might be you right now listening to this video. If this is you, you have to understand something. Interacting with women, relationships, dating, the whole thing, there are three categories, three areas of this that you really have to have a really good understanding to make something last more long-term than a hookup. Because there's pickup skills that these guys have. They're really good at just getting flings or matching on online apps because they're good looking or whatever it may be. Can sleep with chicks, but a lot of times the complaints that I'm getting from men is that the girls aren't that great. I mean, they're hot, but their personalities, they just aren't down with it. Some of them are gold diggers. Let's see here. They just don't really get along. Oh, there's a lot of drama. You know, the girls bring a lot of drama. Now, you know, we can kind of point the fingers and do this, that, and the other thing. My belief is that at the end of the day, it falls on the man's shoulders. It begins, it ends with the man. So, to me, when I hear these things, it's obviously just a lack of knowledge because most men do not understand this. And this is the crux of this video, is there's three categories you have to understand. It's pickup skills, which is attracting, talking, interacting, cold approach, you know, online apps. That's the pickup skills. There's dating skills, going on dates, getting to know a girl, warming her up, getting her to really be into you. And then there's the relationship. After the pickup and the dating, you move into the relationship part of it. This is when you actually are like a couple. You know, she's your girlfriend, you're her boyfriend, all this kind of stuff. Because this is where most guys go. Everything tanks. They get ghosted. After 6 months, she's not interested. She cheats on them. You know, the laundry list goes on and on and on. And I've talked to so many guys who deal with these same problems over and over again. And the big thing is they just don't understand that there's those three categories that you really need to have a good grasp of. So, because those of you guys who are good at pickup, obviously you're lucky because a lot of guys, they're not very good at pickup. But if you're good at that, obviously keep that skill. So if you want to have something long term though, then focus in on the dating and the relationship skills. Because without those, you will be able to sleep with a lot of women. You'll get plenty of pussy, hot chicks, everything, the whole 9 yards. But having that something long term, what I see all the time is guys are too needy. They're chasing. They just don't know how to lead the relationship past that hookup phase. And that's just basically the essential point of this, is that you got to get past that point and have the skills to do it. So that is the message for today's video, is the beginning part of hooking up and meeting hot chicks. If you've got it down, great. If you don't, then obviously you have to work on that part too. But if you want something beyond that, if you want to develop a further relationship, then you must work on your dating and your relationship skills. Once you can master all three of these, or at least, you know, get really good at them, you will start to see like, damn, like girls are going to be wanting to chase after you a lot more. They're going to want to be around you because you just bring that energy. That's not just the pickup stuff. You bring that really true, deeper, masculine leadership-like qualities. That is what really gets girls hooked on you. Okay? All right, guys, that's it for today's video. We'll be back tomorrow. Have a good night.